going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're getting it previewed with a little die in the dungeon. At least we hope we don't die in the dungeon. See, that's a play on words. You see how that works? This is a game that is currently up on crowdfunding. It's got a couple days left. So the publisher asked, I guess, that I do this towards the end of the campaign, try to get that last minute pledges in. Of course, there is a link down below. This is a roguelike game. I've never figured out the difference between the two, where you are going to be going through 3 acts, and you're going to be upgrading your abilities through, well, a bunch of dice. I'm not the only one that's played this. If you guys want maybe a more elaborate how to play, go check out, of course, Steve at Co-op Guild. He's the one that sent this to me because the publisher said he could. Or, of course, Mike at One Stop Co-op Shop. They've both done probably a more detailed explanation because, again, I do first-time playthroughs. I make rules mistakes, so you don't have to. At least that's going to be my motto. With that said, let's go ahead and flip over and give a brief rundown of how this works. I am zoomed out pretty far. Unfortunately, we currently cannot see this side of the map. When we get there, I'll slide it down. Right now, I'm going through Act 1. I will determine, based on how long it takes me to get through Act 1, whether or not we will try to do Act 2 and 3 in the same night. If not, I'll at least show you guys the other bosses so you guys can get an idea of how the different bosses work. So what we're going to be doing in Diana Dungeon is we're going to be traversing our map here. Each section is going to have us do something. So the first example is it will have us do a combat. Pull a combat card. Combat card will tell us which baddies ready to go up. Normal, elite, boss definitely ain't happening until we get to the very end. The boss that I randomly got selected is the chef. It's like a little pastry chef dude. He makes croissant bugs. That's what he does. The books are event cards, so we'll read the event card. We'll have to make a choice. Something may or may not happen, good or bad. The potions, we get to... What do we do with the potions? Forget what we do with the potions, Will. Potions are shop. Yeah, potions aren't... No, potions aren't the shop. Yeah, potions are the shop. So we go to the shop. There is a stack of tiles here that can be used to basically upgrade our dice. We can put like little tokens onto our dice to make them better. And then there are potion cards that we'll also be able to acquire or buy with our gold that we may get for beating up on bad guys. The next thing are the double swords. So these are the more dangerous fights that we can go after. The forge allows us to get a forge card, which is kind of like the one that I already start with. It also allows you to upgrade a die, so we can flip our dice cards over to make them more powerful. Or we can, and I can't remember what that icon does. That's the upgraded die. Now I gotta remember what that one does. The forge lets us do something else with that other die. What does it do? What does it do? Remove a die. There we go. So we can pay 2 to remove 1 die from our codex. So that makes it have less dies in our bag. That way it's more likely that we get a dice that we want. The next icon is the treasure. So we're going to basically roll a die, and then we're either going to get money or we can get a crit. Crits are used. Yeah, so David, a good point. Everything here is a prototype copy, so some things are subject to change. These are actually my cubes from Clank, so that way they're color-coded to maybe make it easier to see, because otherwise it would have just been a bunch of clear cubes, pink or red. I don't know if any of those would be easier to see. But yeah, so we'll get some treasure. The fire, this will allow us to heal 3, or as you can see, there are 2 black cubes here at the end, which is blocking us from getting our max health. I think that's all of our icons. So that's what we can do through the map. So, yeah, that's that. Dice, we're going to draw 5 dice on our turn. We're going to roll the dice. The dice are going to have numbers. What that's going to do is, as the baddies, and I guess I'll just grab a level 1 baddie here to show, or level 2 baddie to show you. The baddie is going to have certain things occur. Depending how many, we're going to have to put them 1, 2, and 3. And then our guy can attack in one of those 3 lanes. The way that we attack is we will put the dice that we roll. Say I rolled this 3 yellow, which probably is not an attack. It's probably something else. But say I did this 3 yellow. It was an attack. I get to attack. Maybe I have a die that says, okay, I can do 2 boost. Well, now I can add the 2 boost to this And then again, I don't know if the yellows attack or not, but it would do 5. Right? The what the baddies are going to do on their turn is based on that destiny die. So for example, this guy on a 1 to 15, he'll attack me for 2. So I kind of want to plan for blocking 2 damage. On a 16 through 20, he's going to attack for 1, but then he is also going to get a weakness. On a crit, so if the die, and it's probably kind of hard to see here, there's a tiny little pip on top of the die, which is a crit. I get a nice bonus for crit, but he also gets a nice bonus where he's going to do whatever this flower thing is. I'll have to look it up if this type of guy comes out. And then at the end of a turn, he gains a strength, so he gets up to 3 strength. But then when he's killed, I gain all of his weaknesses. So weakness is basically the same as a block per se. Basically, it is making me weaker to attack him. His block, of course, is 1, and his hit points are 4. So normal RPG-esque, attacky, defendy things. That's it. There are two sets of decks we can two decks of dice decks, or 2 sets of dice upgrades we can have. This deck here is my personal deck for my character, so my dice would be different than another character's dice. And then these are the public dice. Depending whether it is a white or a yellow, depends which one I'll be able to choose from as my reward. I think that's it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know why I did that much of a rules explanation. Like I said, go watch One Stop Co-op Shop or Co-op Guild. They did a full teach. I'm going to do a full failure because what else would I do? That bothers my OCD so much. Again, prototype. Hopefully they make one or the other match. Either make that match these or make these match those. All right. So first thing we got to do is get our first 5 dice. So we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to roll them. And then we're going to place them. So I got a 3 boost. Got a 1 boost. That's one thing I forgot to mention is the cost to play the die is based on the die value. So the higher the die value, the more or less that it's going to cost. I don't know if I should have done that before or after I moved. I guess it really doesn't matter. All right, so we're moving. We are going to just a normal combat there. I am using my Extra Life D20. Why? Because we support Extra Life charities. Link down below. So on this card, you can see it's going to have me do a elite. And it's going to have me do a normal. And so I get to choose which one I want to go up against. And then my reward is one of my die plus 2 gold. All right. So the first guy is Blurg. We need to figure out what he's going to do, or what they're all going to do. So it's an 11. So they're going to do an 11, no crit, so no bonus for me, no bonus for them. So an 11, he's going to attack for 2. End of turn, Spitter gains 1. I'm thinking Blurg is supposed to be Spitter, or Spitter is supposed to be Blurg. So I'm going to go with this is supposed to be on him. So he gains a weakness. When he is killed, he will do 1 damage per weakness on him to another enemy. Yeah, it says Spitter and Spitter there, and then his name is Blurg. So here, he will be doing 1 damage to me, the Crescenta Pillar. When he's killed, I will deal 1 damage to an enemy. So I'm basically going to be doing splash damage either way. So, who do I want to attack first? I can do 4 damage. Like I can easily take out one or the other. So he's 5, he's 4. I think I'm going to just go after the Crescenta Pillar. Because that'll just go ahead and put 1 splash damage. So we're going to do 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to boost it by 1. So this up to X spaces away. So I can boost 1 die 1 space away. And then, so that's 1. And then this is block 1, and this is block 1. So I have 2 more to spend, so why not? I'm going to block one. Block one. Those 2 really don't matter where they are. Now, they could matter if I have a die that gives me a bonus for other things that are around it. So that was my last 2 of there. What is my potion? My potion is I gain 1 poison. Okay. And that's 1 poison per combat, so that'll reset. So, why not? Let's go ahead and do my 1 poison. I'm going to go ahead and poison him while we're at it. Yeah, why not? So, we got our 3, get our boost of 1, so that is 4. That takes him out. He does 1 damage to this guy here. And then that is it, and then I get 2 block. 1, 2. All right. Now, the baddies are going to activate, so he's going to do 2 damage to me. I block both of that. And then end of turn, he is going to get a weakness token. Boop. Which means now when I go to attack him, it's going to do 1 more. I forgot, I think the poison activates first, so he still would have taken that damage. All right. I think the poison comes off. Let me double check. Does the poison come off? Does the poison come off? There you go. Gain 1 toxic token placed on any enemy at the end of the turn. Each enemy takes 1 damage for each toxic token on them. No, it doesn't say it comes off. So I'm going to assume it stays there. And I don't... Well, the question is, does weakness apply? Does weakness affect poison? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking weakness will only affect each attack die deal... Yeah, attack die does -1. Then remove 1 token. Enemies may also gain weak tokens. Okay, that... So, when Steve's played through, he said that this makes me weaker. On Mike's playthrough, I think he said that makes him weaker. In the rules, it says each attack die deals -1 damage on each weak token you have, meaning I have. It makes me weaker. Then remove 1 token. Enemies also gain weak tokens. But it doesn't say what happens to the enemy. So, I don't know. We'll leave it alone. Alright. So, those get exhausted. This gets exhausted. So now I gotta decide where I want to go. Oh no, I'm still in battle. Sorry. Still in battle. Need to get more. Is there any reason why one blue die has black and the other one has white? Yes, it's so that way you know which die you have. So for example, this die here has a black shield, and then this die here has a yellow shield. So actually this, I forgot, is weighted. This would have actually gone down to a 0, but there is no 0, so it does not work. All right, so I got 2, but I don't have enough, so all you go back in here. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got our boost, attack 2, boost, block, and attack. And that's actually a nice one. It's a weighted one, so this one would actually stay out there. It's not needed right now because we're about to finish this guy off. So we're going to go there, and then we got to figure out what he's going to do. It's an 11 again. He's doing the same thing. All right, so we need to do, he's at 5. He's going to block 1. Oops, hang on. Was this guy have block? No, that guy had no block. So we need to do 3 more damage. I'm going to imagine, again, I don't know which rule was right. I don't know if Steve's rule was right or Mike's rule was right. It makes more sense if the token says it makes my dice do less damage. I would think it would make him do less damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, let's just see if we can overexceed it either way. So we need 1, 2, and then 3 more. So we need 5 total, so which we can do. I should have reset this back to 6. So that's easy to do, right? Because I have 2 and a 3, or 3 and a 3, right? So I do 3. Boost up to X spaces away, 3 spaces away. 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is way more than enough to actually get rid of him. So we will defeat him. Right, so we defeated both guys. So we get our rewards. So we get to choose between these two. So I can either get my splash attack, which does X damage to a target, half to a non-target, or my heal, which gains X based on the die. Let's go with attacky. All right, this goes on the bottom, and then I get 2 coins there. I guess I just put everything on the bottom. There, flip that over. That back to 6, back to full health. Discard. Need to get my new die, which is, guessing this one. So I can actually get a 0. Huh. Okay. End of combat, everything resets. So there we go. Weighted means what? Weighted means that it will stay out on the board until it hits 0. And actually, even in 0, it stays out there and then it comes back after 0. Because there are some upgrades. For example, the healing upgrade, you get a 0, and then you could have 0 plus 1. So you can still heal 1, and then it will come back to your discard. All right. That's it. So we got event. So, or we can go and attacky. Oh, I'm sorry. We have an event or an attacky. So if I go down here, I got attack and then an event. Here I got an event and then an attack, event, and then I can go to the market. Let's go. I want to buy stuff. So we're going to go to the event. The event. Abandoned houses. You encounter some sort of blacksmith station. It was abandoned in a hurry, so there might be something useful inside. Look for something of value. Grant a weight to 1 die. Look for some dice. Choose between 2 of my dice. Look for any survivors. Gain 2 money. I like the weighted option. I like that I would be able to keep a die out there longer. So we're going to look for something valuable. So we get to get a weighted die. Question is, do I weight another attack die? I could weight the splash damage. I could weight the boost. Let's weight the boost. Yeah, let's weight the boost. We're going to weight the boost. So the red weighted, why did it go away? When it came out, you said to keep it. So it's during each combat. So everything resets at the end of combat. So that was my combat here. So then I went here. All right. So that was that because that was an event. So we wanted to go to the market. I'm going to go up here to the market. So again, this is just so I can show you guys everything, right? So we get 3 cards here. So 1, 2, 3. The one on the right is going to get a discount. So that's where you would put them. Unfortunately, I can't see anything out there, so I'm going to bring them down. But yeah, the one right here gets a -1 discount if I want to buy that. And then I get these. So I can get weighted, mushroom, or I don't know what that one is. Oh, reroll, I think. So spin to draw 1 die. Spend what? Spend what? Game 1 draw token. On your turn, you may spend 1 draw token to draw 1. Oh, okay, so it allows me to draw another die from my bag. Okay. The mushroom is a grow, which allows it to get bigger instead of smaller. So grow. When a die with grow is placed on the combat board for the first time in combat, place a cube on this die card after resolving it. Each subsequent time it is placed, add warmer cube after activation. These tokens increases the die's value whenever it is used. Discard all tokens at the end of combat. All right, and the weighted, we already know what it does. All right, and then our items, we have a clover potion. So we can gain a reroll, or on a 5 to 15 on the die, we also gain another reroll. This potion, gain a healing. On a roll 1 to 4, we gain another healing. This one is another clover potion. So So I have 4 money. So I can't afford the mushroom. Maybe I went here too early. The only thing I can afford really is the clover potion. Or another weighted token. Or another weighted token. Oh no, same thing here. The one... Sorry, I put these in the wrong spot. They should have been over here, but it's still -1. So this would actually be 1 cheaper. So this would be... only cost me 2. Well, let's get a clover potion for 2. Why not? We'll get 2 for our clover potion. We will discard these to the bottom. And we will discard you guys to the bottom. I debated the reroll, or I debated to draw another die. But my die bag's so small right now, I don't think that would be helpful. All right, I don't think so. All right, so unfortunately we've set ourselves up for a double toil and trouble. All right. So we get one of these guys with a red heart. That's not good. So red heart is 9 instead of, so on the back it says Act 1, so he gets 9 instead of his 7. So he got a +2 bump in his hit points. And we get one of these guys right there. Now we are going to get a community die, a blue potion, and 1 coin. So this guy here does damage and heals. On a crit, he heals. He does a lot of healing. When he heals the enemy with the least amount of hit points. In ties, he heals them all. Okay, so when killed, I heal. All right, so he's actually going to heal his friends. Okay. And then the Flyant does damage, does undefendable damage. And when he's killed, I gain a crit. So let's see what they're going to do. So 12 means they're doing the bottom ability. At least it's not a crit. Let's see what we got. 2, 4, 5. Ooh, that's a lot of pink. Oh, that's no damage. I have no damage dice. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, this is going to stay out for 1 turn, but the problem is it's going to be a 2. It's going to be a 1. The only thing I'm going to be able to do is defend everything right now. So, who do I want to go against? It really doesn't matter because they're both going to hit me. So we're gonna have to go defense. This is the most defense I can get. I have 6 total, so I could do 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna get hit for 2, 3, 4, 5. If I keep these out there, then that's gonna at least stay out there for next turn. So we'll do the 2. We'll do the 2. Boost that one. 2. And then, so that's blocking 4. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I reset to 6 anyways, but he's doing 2. He's healing 1, which doesn't matter. Neither one of them have damage. And he's doing 2. So they're only doing 4 damage. That's really all I need to do. So they're doing 4 damage. I gain 4 shields. So it's a wash. And there's no healing going on. So this then ticks down to a 1. This then ticks down to a 1. So at least they'll still give me some shielding on my next turn. This goes back to 6. You guys get discarded. So we have 3. Put you back in here. 4, 5. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. 1, 2. Nope. Hear that one. 3, 2, 1. And the bad guys, the baddies, are 11. I just keep getting 11s and 12s, man. 11s and 12s. So, These are staying out here. So currently I'm blocking 1. Or blocking 2 if I decide to boost that. Damage. I got all my damage. And I got my splash damage too. I need to do 9. Most I can boost this 3 would be 2, so I can do 5. Which would still keep him above him, so he wouldn't heal himself. Because he would have 5 health, the Flyant would have... No. If I did 3, 4, 5, that would drop him to 4. 4 and 4, he'd heal himself once. Okay. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to do the splash damage? Because that would do 2 and 1 to the Flyant, but then he would heal the Flyant, right? Yeah. Three, 4, 5. They're going to do how much damage to me again? 1 and 12 and 11. They're going to do 2, 3, 4. They're doing 4 to me again. So. All right, we know we need to put the block out. For 1. We know we need to do that, right? Then... Oh, I forgot I had the poison. Should I have done the poison? I probably should have done the poison on the previous turn. But he would have just healed that off when he attacked. Or when he healed that turn. Well, no, he wouldn't have, because he would have had more hit points. He would have had more hit points than the Flyant, so he wouldn't have healed that. All right, let's do the 3. This only boosts 1 away, so it needs to be there. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll do this one here. 1. That's boosted by 2. And we're gonna... I didn't move because I'm assuming that's where I was going to attack anyways. So I get 2 shield. And I get 3, 4, 5 on... Maybe I should have moved to the Flyant. Oh, well, too late now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at 3. He's at 6 of 9. He'll take 1 damage on his next turn. Or on his activation. All right, that's all I can do. So they're going to activate. He takes 1 damage there. He's going to do 2 damage to me, which I block. He's going to heal 1 from himself. And then the Flyant is going to hit for 2, which I cannot block. 1, 2. Like so. That's how I think that's how it works. I believe that's how it works. If I'm getting it wrong, somebody will let me know in chat. Maybe. All right. So, exhaust all that. Because my ones with my weights, there's no zeros on them. So they don't stay out there. Yeah, I don't think there's a 0. Yeah. Yeah, that's my 2 at the weights. Okay. And then you guys get exhausted too. All right. So draw 5 dice. 1. Get back in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. We got this while we're at it. We'll just do everything all at once. All right. So 20, which is a crit, which is good for us. It's also good for them. So, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Is that the saying? All right. So there we go. So he is at 6 of 9. So I need to do 3 more damage and he's gone. And I've got the 3 damage and it stays out there. So we're definitely going to put that out there. So that's going to do the 3 damage. I'm good. This goes back to 6, down to 3. And we'll go ahead and put the... Actually, hang on. Why did I do... Oh, dang it. I was thinking I could boost this. I could boost it by 2, which would do 3, but he's got 4... He's got 4 hit points left. So... Let's just put out the 2 block. 1, 2. All right. We're going to attack for 3. That takes him out. Which heals me for 1. And then he's going to attack for 2, but I had 2 shield, which I just blocked. Oops, hang on. This stays out there. So this would go... No, yeah, this goes down to a 2. Oh, and this stays out there, and this goes down to a 1. Yeah. Gotta remember that. All right. So the die you don't use in combat, it doesn't matter if it's weighted or not. No, it's the weighted means it stays out. So that's 3. 4, 5. All right. 1 pink. That's not a 2. That's a 2. That's not very helpful. Ooh. Well, I do have the 2, so I've already got the 2 damage out. I only need to do 4 total. So I can do the... Oh, put that back to 6. So I do have a crit. The crit doesn't leave at the end of combat, but the crit, basically, 1 crit allows me to get 1 power. 2 crits allow me to get a shield, and 3 crits allow me to heal. So I have 2. And this would be 3. And I could multiply it by 3. Yeah, that's enough. So that there. 1, 2, 3. So put 3 on that one. So that's 5 total. It's enough to take them out. And I gain a crit. All right. That is that. That is that. That is that. Clean up all this. Clean up my dice. Reset back to 6. I didn't move it, so it didn't matter. I get to choose from one of these. All right. So I have a draw 3. Gain X plus 1 draws. So whatever the die is, and then I get to draw. And then this one here is a block, but it's a block based on any way to get a reroll. Yeah, so my lucky clover potion has a reroll. I gain a reroll if I use this. It's a one-time use though. And then I can gain a reroll, and then I roll the destiny die, and I might be able to get another reroll. There are probably dice that have rerolls too, and then there's a reroll item. So one of the items in that lady's shop can give me a reroll as well. Extra block. I think the draw. Let's get something different. Let's get the draw die. I got to figure out what there's a time symbol on it. So the time symbol. Retain. Stays on codex if unused. Okay, so this one I get to keep if I don't use it. So David, how you were asking, do they always have to go away? This one I get to keep if I don't use it. So this will be a green. I guess this one is kind of off-shade color green. And I know that everybody else has talked to the publisher more. I haven't talked to the publisher because I don't want to affect my first impressions of the game. But I do know that I think somebody said that they are going to change the dice slightly to make them easier to know what's what. So that'll be good, because right now some of them kind of look the same. Reroll could have recovered that 0 to a useful number. Well, yes and no, because remember, if you had a 0, right? If I had that 0, I could have used that boost 3, and that would have turned that 0 into a 3. So zeros aren't bad, right? And if you have them weighted, that's why. Because if I put a weight on this, which I probably should have earlier, then this would stay out there until it went down to a 0. And then even still, I could boost that 0 to make it a 2 or a 3 or whatever I want to make it. So you can still make it better than what it was. I get that. Draw. I get a potion. So strength potion. I gain 1 tiny little icon. Holy cow. Tiny little icon. Okay, I gained one of my yellow. Gain one each cleanup, then remove one. I don't get the this just gain one. So this allows me to gain extra. Okay. And then last thing I get is a coin. Another coin. Another coin. I got 3 coins. 3 coins. All right. So where are we going? Well, we can only go to one place. We're going to the shop. The shop. The shop. All right. So we get 1, 2, 3. This will be worth 4. I don't even have 4 coins, so I technically can only buy this block potion. That gives me reroll for 2. That's not bad. Poison for 4. Or stay out for 2. Oh, I like the stay out and I like the reroll. What's this potion I can afford? Block potion, I just gain a block, the same as that one. I like the reroll and I like the poison. I can't afford the poison. Or no, the stay out. So I don't think I'm going to get any of these. So I'm just going to take these and put these on the bottom. Question is, do I want the reroll or do I want the stay out? Reroll or stay out? Let's do the stay out. So we're going to spend 2 to get a stay out. And I'm going to keep Let's keep the attack out. Why not? The hope is I get like a 3 or something, a big one. Go for haunted house, stay out. Stay out. All right, so that was our traveling there. So I can either go to this harder one, or I can go to the event. I want to go to the event. I'm having fun. Let's go to the event. Let's find more stuff to do. Unfortunately, it does put us into a clash. Cry for help. You hear some faint cries for help upon reaching its source. You encounter a wounded soldier begging you for some water. Look for the source, -2 health. Choose between 2 of the personal die. Touch some bubbles. Increase your max HP by 1. Take a small rest. Heal 2. What's that die up there? It's fragile, so I can only use it once. Terrain. Added terrain to the space it is used on. I don't know what that does. What does terrain do? What does terrain do? There you go. Are permanent the whole combat. They may be placed on combat die in your codex. Some decrease in value each turn until 0. Others remain unchanged and remove. All encounters are removed at the end of combat. Oh, it counts as a +1. So it adds terrain to that location, so it makes that location more powerful for the next dice that go into it. Oh, okay, that's neat. I like that. But I have to lose 2 health to do it. I have to lose 2 health to do it. Why not? No, we're about to go into combat. I don't want to lose 2 health. Let's go ahead and increase our max health by 1. We're touching the bubbles. Increase our max health by 1. It doesn't say I also get to heal that 1 that I increased it by. So we're just going to increase it by 1. All right. So we're kind of forced to go there. All right. So we are doing 1 of you. And 1 of you. 1 of you and 1 of you. Hello, my friends. And then this gets me 1 of my personal dice and 2 points. All right, so this guy here, 2 damage and 1 undefendable damage, so 3 damage. This one here is just straight 3 damage. On a crit, okay, there's that icon I said I needed to figure out. Because he's got it again. It's not on the player aid. Not on the player aid. What does that icon mean? Honor, boss, rewards, dice. I don't see that icon. It's like a little flower icon. Oh, there we go. Gain 1 stun token. During the prepare phase, draw 1 fewer dice for each stun token you have and discard all stun tokens. Okay, so that's a stun. So he's going to make me draw less dice during my prepare stage. All right. And then this guy, and then on setup, roll a die. Oh, roll the die. 19. So we're going to put this thing on 19. Right there. You cannot place a die on that space. Okay. When killed, I discard that. All right. 6 hit points, 1 defense. The Chrysanta pillars are 4 and 1, same as always. Kill them, deal 1 damage to another enemy. So I think we're going to go after him. All right. So we're going to do our prepare. So we can grab that and get us 5 dice. 3, 4, 5. Hey, we got our new die. All right, so we got 15 with a crit, which is not good for me because now they can do their crit abilities, which is the stun. They both stun. Holy cow. So I guess I'm taking the stun almost no matter what. I got a 2 boost. I do have my split damage. That's good. Another 2 boost. My 3 block. All right, I do have the draw 3. Gain X plus 1. So I technically could draw 4 dice. 4 more dice. I don't think I need to. Like, this would be good for the boss. But I don't think it, for these 2 little guys, I don't think it's that important. It would just give me another one of those. So we're never going to put the 2 out. 2 splash damage. So it does 2 to 1, 1 to the other. 1, 2. And then we're going to do this one. 2 spaces away. 1, 2. And then we're going to do, so 1, 2. I'm going to do the other 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. So we're doing 6 damage. And we're doing 4 splash, or we're doing 3 splash damage. No, rounded down. 2 splash damage. 2 splash damage. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to put that shield out there? Yeah, let's not do that. Put you back. Spend this. Now that's kind of bad. I have to roll this. Or is this just based on what it already is? I don't think I would have to roll this because then I'll forget what I need to do for them. So I guess it's based on what this is. So there is a crit, so that means I'll get 2. Yeah, it's got to be based on what that is already. So, all right, so we do that, and we're going to get 2 more. 1, 2. So now we have the 3 that I need for the shield. Doesn't matter where I put the shield. It does stay out there too, which means it'll be 2 next turn. All right, so now we're doing 6 damage to have that guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we're doing 6 minus 1 because he's got a shield. So we're doing 5 damage. There. And then splash damage, we're doing 2. There. All right. And I have 3 shields. Yeah. I think I did that right. All right. Now they're going to activate 15 with a crit. So he's going to do 3, and he's going to give me a stun. I'm going to block the 3, but I do still take the stun. Hang on, I should have put, hang on, I should have done my poison. What am I thinking? Should have done my poison. That actually would have killed him. So I wouldn't have taken the 3. Should have done my poison. There we go. When killed, discard this. All right. So he will attack me for 1, which I'll block. This gets reset anyways. And then I do take a stun. Where are the stun tokens? Stun, 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 stun. Maybe it's not punched. Thinking it's not punched. Yeah. I'm gonna think it's not punched. Okay. But it just means during my prepare stage, I'm gonna get, oops. This doesn't stay out. This one does stay out. This one stays out. All right. And then this stays on my board because I got my clock. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is all I could draw anyways because of my stun. So, all right. So, 1, 3, 3, 1, and whatever they're gonna do. 7. All right. 7, not 8. Let's not change that. Come on. No cheating. No cheating. All right. So we just need to hit him for 2, so it really doesn't matter what I put out there. So, boop. That's it. Deal 1 damage to another enemy. Doesn't happen because there's no other enemies. So, you go away. You go away. End of combat. Everything comes back. I forgot to reset this to 6, but it didn't matter. That resets. Yep. This resets. All right, reward. I get to choose a new upgrade. So, boost 2, and it has a draw another die. So if I place this, I get to draw another die. Or block 1.0, which is just another block. I don't like either one of these. Oh, I gotta choose not to take one? Do another block. Now we have 3 and 3. Why not? Alright, so we need the white block. Which I think is this one. Well, that's got a lot of zeros. Holy cow. Is that the same color I've already got? Do these have zeros? No. Am I allowed to look at the dice before I choose them? That's weird. Some other dice... Oh, no, this one has a 0. Okay. So the different colors do have different ratios. I figured they'd all have the same ratio. They do not. They do not. Alright. So. That's that, and then I get 2 coins. Alright, where are we going? Let's go for treasure. Let's go for treasure. So, treasure. We roll and see what we get. So we got a 14 before I made that roll. So 14, we get 3 coins. 2, 3. All right. Which then does make us go to this wonderful guy right here. You almost need some dice thinning. Yeah, so that's where the forge comes in. So when you go through the forge, well, now I do need to slide it. I said I was going to have to slide it at some point. Oops, because I don't need to go that far. There we go. So yeah, so the forge right here gives you the option to remove a die from your board or upgrade to a better one. So I'll be able to do the upgrades when I get to the forge. I have to double check. I think I can spend as much as I have money to do so, but I think I can only do each one once. But then there's also the forged weapons as well. I don't know how you get the orange weapons. Huh. All right, well, this is fun. So we're getting one of you with an upgraded heart. So you are... Am I supposed to take these at random? I gotta look that up. The Frenzy, I don't know if it's at random because they have different hit points. There's an 8, a 9, and a 10. 8, a 9, and a 10. Frenzy, frenzy. Frenzy. Where did I see frenzy? Where was frenzy? Oh, fierce. Here we go. Draw one random fierce token. Okay. Yeah, so it's a random fierce token. Yay. Okay. So we have these 4 random I guess technically last time when I just grabbed over there and grabbed one, I guess it was. All right, we'll do this one. 10. Oh, that's the worst one it could have been. She's 10. She's 10. And her friend is this one. So we have Shiter and Red Hood. Red Hood is 5. Although I do get to get an upgrade. That's actually good. I get to upgrade one of my die. So she does 2, 2 and 1 undefendable. And then she adds a black cube to a square. So she adds a black cube on a prepare anyways. When killed, we discard all the black cubes. Black cubes, I think, make me do 1 less damage. Black cubes. I think black cubes are -1. Where are the cubes? I saw them earlier because I had to find them for the white one. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Where did I see them? Nope, nope, nope. 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 Where did I see the cube? There they go. Yeah, -1. So it's a -1. All right, and then this one, 1 and gains weakness, or adds 1 weakness to me, which makes my dice -1. Attacks for 3, 1 and 1 undefendable. End of turn. Again, it says cicada deals, but this is Red Hood, so it's weird. Deals 1 damage for each attack die you use this turn. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be getting rid of her first. I'll deal with the -1s there because I can dance around those. But I don't want to mess with her. I don't want to mess with her. Alright, so 3, 4, 5. Get our destiny die. Alright, so 15 with a crit. So yay for crit, boo for crit. It's like yay and boo all at the same time. That does stay out. That's nice. We do have our draw, so I could draw 2 more dice. Let's see here. That's my 3, and that stays out. And I have 1. I only have 1 block. Oh, so I can boost my block. All right. So first thing first, let's go ahead and poison her. Yeah, poison in that one. Because I'm going to go after this one for 5. So 3, 4, 5. I can get that easily with these 2. So yeah, so let's do 3. Oops, hang on, forgot. On prepare, we need to add a black cube on 15. 15, 15, 15. Right there. I'm getting a glare, sorry. Which kind of hard for you guys to see. There you go. 15. Yeah. So we're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 4, 5. Oh, she's got 1 shield. Oh, that's not gonna do it. That's not enough. That's not enough. My block's only 1. My block's not enough. I need 6. And I don't have a +1. So really do need to block. So I don't think, since I can't take them out, let me 1, 2. I think I'm gonna have to put it all into block. Because she's gonna do 2 + 1 to undefendable. And then she's gonna do 3. So that means I'm taking at least 1 I can defend 1. Add a second one, which means that I would take 3. I can survive 3. So let me... Oh, that's 4. I can survive 4. No, I'm just going to block. I'm going to do it. I'm going to block it all. Block it all. Because these are going to stay out there. So I'm going to block it all. So that gives me 3 block. And that does 3 damage to her. Or no, 2, because she's blocking 1. And that's all I can do. So this one takes 1 damage from the poison. Does... Oh, we have a crit too. I forgot I got to do the crit thing. So it does 2 damage, which I block. 1, 2, and 1 undefendable. And then she adds a black cube to, I guess the square of the dice is on. And this one does 3, so I can block 1. I'll take 1, 2. And then end of turn, she deals 1 damage for each attack die you used this turn, which was 1. Ooh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that sucked. And that was with me doing, I'm glad I did the max. Ooh. Alright, so this one comes off. This one goes down. This one goes down. Alright. Not fun. Alright, I'm going to roll that. Most tokens are tiny and blend into cards via video. Yeah, probably. Because of how far away I had to have the camera to be able to show the board. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast. Alright, so this comes off. Alright. So, oh, nope, I messed. Yeah. I was thinking it was this one. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all I got left. All 5. So we're at 15 again. I mean, I can heal. I at least I have that. I can heal. 1. Do you have the splash damage? Another boost. So this is, David, where where I was saying about being a 0. A 0 isn't bad because, like I said, you can still boost it. All right, so to defeat her, I need to do 4 damage total. So I have 2 out here. I can boost it to 3. I can boost it to 4. I also have the splash damage. So, forgot at the beginning I need to add 1. It's 15 again. So just everything's going on 15. So let's do the splash damage here. I get 1 boost there. So the splash damage cost me 2. 1, 2. I'm going to spin the 3. 1, 2, 3. To heal all of 1. All of 1. Alright, so let's go ahead and do 1 to boost. Oh, this only boosts 1 away. Sorry. No, I want to put that there. Forgot that rolled down, so I need that. And I'm going to put that one there to boost this one. So this boosts this one to 3. This boosts this one to 3. I needed to do 4. So I'm going to do 3, 6. That might be overkill. So this will be 3, 4, 5. She blocks 1. So even that's overkill. So I only need to do 4 damage. So I actually don't need to put the boost there either. So let's switch this around. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to do the 1 here. So that gives me 3. Right? 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 left, but I don't think there's anything I could... I mean, I could put the 1 out there, but it's going to do damage to this one, which doesn't do any good. All right. Oh, I could put the 0 out there. Oh, but I don't get the boost because I put the boost on this one. Yeah, because I can't... If I defeat this one, if I'm in this lane, do I get to attack the top one? Splash damage is only going to do 1. Because it's that single die that's doing the 1. So, no, not enemy turn. Dealing damage, place cubes, equal, enemy reduced. The block and weak does not reduce undefendable damage. Defeated. Resolve any killed effect list on the card and flip it over until the end of combat. Doesn't say that I can attack in another lane even if I've defeated the guy. Like, it doesn't say that I can physically attack in the other lane if I defeat them. So I'm going to think you can't. So we're not putting that die out. Doesn't do anything. I do have this, which means I get to keep it for the next turn anyways. Although I'm probably going to want to have to reroll that. So we're going to gain 3 defense. And then we're going to do 2, 3, 4 damage. I think it's additive. Is it additive? Do I get to add up all the damage? Unfortunately, in this example, they're only showing 1 die. Because and my calculation may be off if it's not additive. Apply all modifiers affecting it. Use cube to visualize effects. Use potions, activate relics, use abilities, trade critical. So when dealing damage to an enemy, place damage cubes equal to the damage dealt on that enemy. But it's not saying is it additive. I'm going to treat it as additive because I'm doing all that damage at one time. Most games, they don't get to block every single time, although there are other games that they do. So I'm going to say it's additive, and I did 4 damage minus 1 is 3. So that's enough to defeat them. And then half of that is 1 as splash damage, which is undefendable, right? No, it says deal damage to a target. It says regular damage. Dang it. So I'm guessing that is blocked. So actually my splash die did me no good. Splash die did me no good. Alright, that's what we'll go with, I guess. So we're on 15, so it's going to do 2. Check block, 1 undefendable. And then it's going to add another cube here. I'm definitely not using that spot. Oh yeah, and it took 1 damage from the poison. Alright. This stays out. This does not. This goes to a 0. If it's got 1, it does not. This stays out if it goes to a 0, which, I mean, it won't. It's a boost die. Alright. Alright. You go away, you stay, you stay. Alright. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Alright. 2, 4, 5. And give me you. Alright, so we got our splash die. 1 defense. I need a healing die. Did I have an option for healing? Well, there's my healing die. Like, have I had an option for healing die yet? 14. Is that a 14 or a 19? 14. 14 and the 19 look very close to each other. Definitely need to fix that. A 2 and a 2. All right, so we know we're doing 1 damage, which, yeah, see, this is why it's got to be additive, because this is only doing 1 damage. Now, again, I can boost it, which I kind of have to. All right, I need to do a lot more damage, so I'm going to re-roll that. 5 through 15, I get 2 re-rolls. I'm going to re-roll this, and guess let's see if I can get some better defense. 2 zeros, 1, 2, 2, 2 zeros, 2 ones, 2 twos. 2 zeros. Okay, so it's the same. Yeah, so we're gonna re-roll both of these. That goes away. There we go. 3 helps. 0, not so much. All right. So I can boost this to 6. So how much damage do I need to do? He's at 8 plus the shield, so 9. So I can get it to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I can't afford all that. Cannot afford all that. Which means I have to defend something because he's doing that 1 undefendable damage again. At least he's not adding anything to this box again. So let's do 3. Two away. One, two, 1, 2. I'm doing this just, I don't know why I'm doing it this way. It really doesn't matter. Oh no, I need to boost, sorry, I need to boost my, oh, my shield should be at 0. Should have reset. I just need a shield, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can do it. 4, 5, 6. Those 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I needed, right? Yeah, because he's at 8 plus minus the 1 shield. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I didn't even need the shield, so still did it. Okay, still worked out. That is enough damage. Take him out. When killed, remove all those. Doesn't matter. You go away. So rewards. I get a orange die. I need healing. Closed boost. Distribute X plus 1 to dice 1 space away. So this is, it has to be exactly 1. It's not based on the die. The terrain seemed interesting. We'll do terrain. Which is a light teal purple color. This one. And then I get to upgrade 1 die. This does rounded up. So it makes my splash damage rounded up. Maybe. What does my attack die do? Do X damage to the target. Oh, X plus 1. So it does 1 additional damage. Okay. The blocks is probably X plus 1. Yeah, so it does 1 additional block. The boosts do 1 additional boost. Still X spaces away. Yeah, it's those same. What was the terrain? What's one of the terrain upgrade is? Add X terrain to the space it is used on. Okay, so it upgrades you. It actually goes on that space. Oh no, so actually I think I have my yellow. I think these are the wrong direction. Hold on, so this is probably wrong. Yeah, those are wrong. Should have been on the blue side. Should have been on the blue side. I think you do them yellow side up so you see the back. I don't know. All right, that's fine. We'll keep going with it. Yes, you could have grabbed the heal. Okay, so there was a heal at one point. All right. Well, yeah. And unfortunately, I missed the campfire there and the campfire there. So I have no healing going into this battle. This is probably going to be a loss because I have no healing going into this battle. Because the forge is just going to let me upgrade a die. I like the splash. Let's go ahead and do the splash. And then I get 2 coins. 2 more coins. All right. Now, the forge. The question was on the forge, do I get to do everything as many times as I want? So where is the forge? Place 3 custom relics next to the forge face. Players may use their money on any amount of other players' purchases. Perform the following action. Buy relics, pay coins. Rightmost is -1. Remove die, pay 2 to remove 1 die from your codex and all of its properties, then remove the corresponding. You may not remove more than 1 die. Okay, so I can only remove 1 die, and you can only upgrade 1 die. Okay, so I can buy as many artifacts as I want, but I cannot... I cannot do more than 1 removal. Alright, so the artifacts, I have the Crooked Hourglass, reroll once per combat, reroll dice with a value of 1 or less. The Orange Clover, once per combat, reroll and add 1 white token to all 0 dice. That gives me a +1 to my zeros. Bento Box, end of turn, gain 2 health if you have 4+ dice on the board. I feel like I have to get that. All right, so I did that 4. Then I could spend 3 and upgrade another die. Which I probably need to do a block. Probably this block because it stays out. All right, so I get a 1 discount on that. So we're going to get the Bento Box. And we're going to spend 3 to upgrade this block. Yeah, that's how we're going into the finals. We're going into the final battle. Bento. It's the final countdown. And what's bad is like, well, yeah, there was another time I could have healed, but it would have only healed me once because I was like only 1 away. And it's like, okay, would that 1 hit point have been better than getting my max? The problem is I don't have a heal die. So if I had a heal die, it would be better. All right. Here we go. So we are going up against the Chrysanthopillar Baker. On prepare, you draw and add a Chrysanthopillar until you have 2 Chrysanthopillars on your combat board. When killed, we gain rewards, which would be if you're going to continue through, which I'm not going to, but yeah. So he does 2 damage, 1 undefendable, 4 damage, defendable, and if a crit, he does 1 undefendable. He has 13 times the number of players, so he's got 13 hit points and 2 defense. So on prepare, which is right now, we're going to give him some friends. Hey, Chrysanthopillars, when killed. Well, I don't like him. When killed, I gain a weakness. Well, killing him, I get to heal. Oh. Alright. So we can do. Live, learn, but for you it's die and learn. Yeah, normally. 2, 4, and a 5. Alright. Yeah, he's doing, like, on average, he's doing at least 3 or 4 damage to me. Like, I got the guy with the big hammer and the shield. I figured he could defend things. What was this? This was here. I figured he could defend things. I figured he could defend my honor. All right. So here's our dice. Here we go. That is horrible. I did get my 4 terrain. Now, the only thing with the terrain is it is glass. Meaning, as soon as I use it, it doesn't get discarded. It actually goes here, but I will be able to add 4 boosts to a single location. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2. 2 is actually the worst thing for me, because that does 1 undefendable. And then I do have a draw 3. Problem is, that's a draw. Now, this is what I don't understand this, because this draw 3 means I'm going to spin 3 to draw 3. Right? To use that die, I need to spin the 3. Where's the draw dice? Draw die. Here you go. Gain draw tokens equal to the outcome from the reverse. During your turn, you may spend the draw tokens to draw 1 additional die from your bag per token. On support, player receives a draw token. On upgrade, gain +1. Okay, so I spin that to get tokens, and then I use the tokens to then draw. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I have the split damage, but I only have 1 boost. That sucks. And in order to heal with my bento box, I need 4 dice out there at the end of the turn. So 1, 2, 2. See, this would be 6 right here. Like, that already would be everything I've got. Otherwise, it would be these 3, but this doesn't go out onto the field. I guess it does. I guess everything has to go out on the field because you have an opportunity to boost it, right? Yeah, I need to heal. I need to use my bento box. But then that doesn't give me any shields. So I'd be healing. Oh, no, this is one going. Heal 2. Okay, I thought that was one time. You know, it's one going. All right, so first thing is our flask. Let's go ahead and use our flask to poison the chef. All right, the chef is going to do 3 damage to me. I'm currently sitting at 2 hit points. I'd be up to 4. That'd put me down to 1. I can do 3 damage, 1.5 rounded 1, rounded up. So 1.5 would be 2. So I'd actually be able to do 2 damage to each of these guys, or 3 damage to each of them, which is not enough to take them out. Not enough to take them out. Which means, and that's going to do 2 damage, and that's going to do 1 damage. So I need to use the boost on the shield, I think. Instead of the damage. Oh, no. It'd be 3 and 2. Still not enough to take them out. I think I need to boost this. Because that'll at least give me 1 shield, which will block one of his. So then he's going to do 2 damage to me. I'll be at where I am now. And he's going to do 2 damage, which will kill me. And he'd do 1 damage, which will overkill me. I don't think I can do it. I don't think there's any math to where I can do this. If I had upgraded this instead of this, then I would be able to. Because then I'd be able to place these boost tokens 1 away. Oh, when I kill him, combat just straight out ends. But there's no way I can do that much in one turn. Oh, no, he's just going to keep adding these guys out here. I wish I could take him out. I wish I could do 4 because that'd give me another healing. Most I can do is 3. I don't have a reroll. I mean, I would be able to gain the tokens by putting that out there, but then I wouldn't be able to afford to put it out there. Oh, I do have a... Hang on, I do have a crit. I do have 2 crit. 2 crit would get me a shield. So I could have 2 shields, which will block all of his. He's going to do 1 indefendable, which I'll be at 4, will put me down to 3. Then he'll do 2 damage, will push me down to 1. He does 1 damage, knocks me out again. Oh, it was close. I was thinking this would do it. No, that still knocks me out. Getting 2 more would only help me by spending a draw token, and I get something that's a 2. That's what I got to do. So we're going to spend this 2 to get 2. We're going to place this, don't care where, to get 3 draw tokens. 1. I don't have 3 draw tokens here. We'll just call these draw tokens. 2, 3. All right. I'm going to spend 1 to... potion gives a reroll. Potions could give a reroll. I unfortunately don't have that potion anymore. That's a 1. I now have enough to take this guy out. I now have enough to take that bottom guy out, though, which was really the problem. Because he was going to do 1 more damage to me than I could accept. Oh, sorry, I've got to spend 3, don't I? 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. Boost that 1. Give me 2. I'm going to do this, and actually my splash damage, sorry, I'm attacking this guy, it's going to let me heal. Splash damage there, which is another 2, 1, 2. Wish I could re-roll that. Because if I could re-roll that, then it stays out there. Or I use another token and try to get this one. But again, I need a 2. It's the only thing I could use. Right now I'm going to be doing 2 damage to him. Oh no, I need to do 4. Why was I thinking I could do 4? I can't do 4 with a 1 die. I think because I was still thinking I was going to boost this to a 3. Then I don't get my shields. I gotta spend it. Holy cow. Alright, we're looking for the red. Looking for the red, looking for the red, looking for the red. That is a boost of 1. That'll work. Alright, so I got 2 left. So I'm going to spend my 2. Put the 1 out. And the boost of 1 out. So I boost that up to 2. Alright. So now I've got 2, 4 damage, which takes him out. When killed, heal 1. I played 4 dice, so I get to heal 2. 1, 2. Alright. Splash damage is half, which is 1. Actually, I should have done it this way, I think. Let me see here, because that'd be 3, half would be 1.5, rounded up would be 2. Yeah, that's better. The damage is still the same for that guy, but now I'm doing splash damage to non-targets. So we'll hit him, but it doesn't hit him because he's got 2 shields. That sucks. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have upgraded my splash damage now. It didn't do me any good. All right, well, sure. All right, so now it's their turn. So he's going to do, it's 2, right? Yeah, so he's going to do 2 damage. 1, 2, I block that. 1 undefendable. And then this guy is going to do 2 damage. 1, 2. Oh, forgot, this guy took a damage. And I'm putting the wrong cubes on there. Boop. All right, so those come off. This one goes down to a 0. This one comes off. This one comes off. This one would go down to a 0. This is already a 0. And this one comes off. Everything comes off. What's bad is I didn't get to place this one. My whole 4. It's a 4 terrain. Like, that was a perfect terrain, but I need to, in order to do the healing, I needed to put 4 out there. So, all right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 dice in here. This is going to be a blocking round. During prepare, there aren't 2, so he's going to bring out another friend. When killed, gain a weakness. So I'm gaining weaknesses by hitting these 2 guys. That sucks. All right, so I got 4. I think this is once per combat, right? No, 1 setup. Yeah, which was at the very beginning, so I can only do that once, so. All right, what do we got? What's gonna happen? Hey, I got my terrain die though. Problem is with my terrain die, then I want a bunch of low die. 3, 16. No crit. 1, 2. Hey, our wonderful 0 shields again. I can do 4. Back up to 6. 4. 5. 4, 6. I need 4. I need to heal again. I need either heal or I need to defend. He's going to do 4 defendable, 5 defendable, 6 defendable. And I got 2 hit points, so I need at least 4 defense. I do not have 4 defense. Yeah, this is probably game over because yeah, 1 boost isn't going to save me. I need this out there. But I need to heal. Because there's no way I'm getting 6 defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And unfortunately I do not have any crits to spend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd rather have both boosts out there. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's just doing damage. I don't have my shield. Well, this is free. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4, 5, 6. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So, although this can stay because of that. Oh. All right, so let's do the 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So 3 block there. I'm gonna do 1 to the 2. 3. Placed 4 dice, so I get to heal 2. 1, 2. That was all 6. Yeah. Problem is, both of these guys, when I kill them, both of these guys are going to do a weakness. Now, here's the thing though. Neither one of these two guys really are that bad in terms of damage. It's just if there's a crit, they stun me. I almost say just leave these two guys alone, and if I take them out through splash damage, okay, fine. I think I need to put all of that. I think I need to put all 3 on him. The problem is he's blocking 2 of it, so I'm actually only putting 1 damage on him. All right, hang on. Let me see if I switch these two. If I switch these two, then I'll be doing 5 damage to him. He blocks 2, so I'll be doing 3 damage, right? I'm at 4 health. That'd give me 1 shield, which is 5 total. Which 1 shield, I'll take 3 damage, which will put me at 1. No, it'll kill me. I can, however, 1, 2, 1, 2, no. How can I do this? Can I get it where I can split these two? Is what I want to do. Doesn't matter where that goes. Can I get 2 dice, 3 away? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 1. There we go. How about that? How about that? I think that'll do it. All right, let's move this back down to 2. All right. So we're now doing 4 damage. He blocks 2, so we're doing 2 damage. All right. And then I'm just not doing anything to those 2 guys. Sure. All right, now they get to go. They are doing 16. So he's doing 4 damage. I'm going to block 2. So then 1, 2 more damage. No, that math doesn't work. Dang it. No, I had to do it the other way. Dang it. So I need 3 shields. So we're blocking 3. We're taking 1, 1, and 1. So we're down to 1 hit point. Oh, no bueno. Alright. This is 0. That comes back. This comes back. This comes back. This one stays out, but it can't because it goes to 0. Yeah. I highly doubt I'm gonna be able to, I'm definitely not making it this last round. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my last 5 dice. So yeah. I got my reroll. Or not my reroll, but my gain another dice. Have my splash damage. I wish the splash damage, instead of it being a damage sign, was actually the undefendable, because that would be better. I probably should have just upgraded everything I had, all my damage stuff. Yeah, because earlier I played this one, which is 0. This one I forgot is a +1. And I couldn't afford that one. I keep getting the white one. I keep getting the 0s. Oh, forgot on his turn he took poison damage. So again, I need 4 dice to go out. So 2, 4, 6. I can't even do my boost. Which I need to do my boost for this to do anything. What I've needed, unfortunately what's happened is because this has been a 4, which is great normally, because this is a 4, I've not been able to put it out, so I've not been able to get in the boost for my terrain. And I have to put the boost out, otherwise my shield does nothing. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't. Yeah, can't do it. Unless I put the 2 out and hope I'll get another boost die that's lower. That's what I gotta do. All right, so we're gonna do that. Get the 2 draw tokens. Spend a draw token. 2. Well, put all these guys back in there. All right. So 2 boost. So 2. That sucks. 4. Problem is I can't even attack him. 6. Can't even attack him. I think this is death anyways. So 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 damage to him, which means I get a weakness. Not sure which die do I put the weakness on. Oh no, I get a strength. Ooh. I get a +1 on strength. Okay, so there's a strength and a weakness token. That's a strength token. Oh, that was much better. Okay. I wish I would have known that. I would have taken these guys out. Now that I misread that. So he's gone. Oh, I misread that. That's a strength. Got to take a longer path through the dungeon next time. Yeah. The events were like okay. You know, I was trying to be thematic and go through the events, but you're probably right. Like hitting more of the baddies to get more upgrades is probably a better shot. And then splash damage is half of 2, so it does 1 splash damage. No splash damage to him because he's got 2 shields. All right. They're doing 13, which is this one. So he's going to do 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to do 1 damage. Actually, slightly better than we were at the beginning of last round. Last round was down to 1. All right. So unfortunately, that goes away. That goes away. That goes away. That goes away. This one actually stays out, which is good. It's 1, so it's good for my next round. It's already there. That goes away. And he's going to bring a friend. Bring a friend. Oh, this one I get a crit when I kill him. Yeah, it's like you need the big hits on him. I need to get my terrain dice out there. I need to get my terrain dice. I do have a token to spend to get +1. I think I have to discard those after I use them, though. I don't think it's permanent on me. Let's see here. Class. Oh, that's right. My terrain can only be used once. So actually, I would only have been able to add the whatever the lowest thing was. Strength. Here we go. Gain 1 might token. Each attack die deals +1 damage for each might token you have. I also gain might tokens. So hang on. So it's as soon as I have the token. I have the token. And you don't discard your tokens till the end of the combat. So that +1 would apply after I killed him. And I killed the guy I was targeting first. So that would have made this +1. Right? I think I forgot to do the poison on him again. I keep forgetting the poison. I'm going to kill him just from poison. I'm not going to do any damage to him. He's just going to poison himself to death. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I definitely would take this guy. I'll give me another might token. That makes sense. You want to keep taking these guys out. Oh, no, hang on. He's not a might. He's a weakness. Well, yeah, that one's weakness. This one's might. Don't mess with that one. Don't want to do any more splash damage to him than I have to. All right, so 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the D20. 4. Why? Like, I'd be happy with a 2, right? I mean, I know I only get to use it once, but that's 2 additional damage in that particular spot. 15 with a crit, so crits are not fun. Gets me 1, 6, 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, Bellabart, so I guess I will be right back. All right, let's see how long that lasts. And I let her out before we went, but it is getting close to 11. She usually has to go again around 11. All right, so what do we got? I can get 4 dice out very easily. Unfortunately, only have one. I have 2 boosts, which both could boost that, and then I got some shields. Guess that's what I'm doing. This is 4, 5, 6, right? All right, we're doing 15, right? So 15 again is just a straight 4 damage. So I can do 4, 5, 6, just do a straight. I could block 3, take 1, but then I got 2. I got the 2 croissant guys. Croissant twins are out there. This terrain dice is hurting me. It really is. I mean, I keep rolling 4. It's hurt me so bad. And I get it, because it's a one-time use. If it was upgraded to the +1 range, then I could play it in addition to, like, another die, and it kind of just acts like a boost die. I do get the +1 damage for this. I do have this, which would put all these back in. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. And it rolled a 0. You gotta be kidding me. You can't make this up. I mean, I could make it a 1 because of that, but, and it's splash damage, and I don't really want to kill this guy anymore. And splash damage just doesn't do anything to him, at least as far as I know, because it says regular damage and shields would block regular damage. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. So 1, use the boost on it. 2, 3. Oh, hang on, I already had a die out there, so that counted towards my 4. Hold up, wait. Let's hang on. Let's take that back for a second. I forgot I had a die out there. That counts towards my 4. Yeah, I just need to have 4 dice on the board. So 4, 5, 6. Which that'll still do 2 damage. This will give me 2 block. 4 health, or the 2 health. And the 2 block is a wash for the first guy, and the other one just won't do enough. I was trying to see, gotta get that out there. Because that would help so much if I get it out there. How about I do this, I guess, instead. Just don't worry about attacking this turn. I can put the 0 out there because I get a +1. Yeah, let's do that. I want this out there. So I'm going to put that out there. That gives me 4 cubes there. I'm going to put this here. And we're going to put another one on that 3. So 3. And then we're going to do the 0. Which is actually a +1 because of the strength token. So, right? So 4, 5, 6. So I spent all 6. Well, I do have this. I could have gotten... I can do one more. Yeah, why not? Spend it. Let's get that out there. Well, I can use this on a subsequent turn. But it's a 1. Do I really want to hold on to a 1? No. Spin it down. Because that'll be a 2. All right, so I got my 4 dice out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the hope is I bring that back, I can roll it again, get something bigger, and then put it here, and then I get a +4, +1 there is 5. All right, so we want to attack that guy, yeah. So, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to that guy. And then, yeah, that's all we can do. Right? Or, hang on. Actually, hang on. That's stupid. There's a better idea. So I can boost that. We're doing 4, 5, 6. We're taking 6 damage. Oh, plus all the crits are happening. Sorry, hang on. I forgot it's a crit. So 4, 5, 1 undefendable. 4, 5, 1 undefendable. So it'd be 1, and it'd be 2. Oh, so can I do 4? What if... One, 2, he's going to do 2 damage. He's doing 1 damage plus a stun. So I need to be able to block. If I can take him out, then I only need to be able to block 4, 5, 6 damage. I'm currently at 6 hit points. So 2 shields would be enough. So what I should do is that. Now, do I have to do the splash damage? Is splash damage required? That's a question. Is splash damage required? Do damage equal to the outcome of the target's enemy, and half that damage rounded down to all non-targets. On support to receive players. Huh. So it seems like I can't not do the splash damage. So the problem with that is that's still not 4. What was I thinking? That's 2 because it's 0. I only get +1, so it's still only 3. One, two, three. Oh, so I need to do this then instead. There we go. That's 4. And then instead, actually, let's boost that one instead. Because that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now the splash damage is 0, or is 1. Cut in half, rounded up is only 1. So the splash damage is only 1. But that takes out him. So I gain a boost, or a crit. And then I got this wonderful dice set up for the next turn. Right? Okay. So he's going to take damage. Oh, sorry. Let's move this down to 2. It's only 2 now. He's going to do 4 damage. I block 2. 3, 4. And 1 undefendable damage. And then the guy down below is going to do 1 damage. And then he's going to give me a stun token, which means I only get 4 dice this turn. So. I don't want to attack that guy again. I have to look to see what all comes back. Everything comes back. Alright, so I only get 4 dice this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's only 1 attack die in there. That's not good. And he's bringing a friend. This one gives me a shield, though. Yeah, so I don't want to do any more splash. So if I do a splash, then I get a weakness. Although I think the weakness goes off. When do I lose the weakness? Oh, then remove 1 token. Okay, so the weakness only hangs around for 1 turn. Okay, I'm not so bad. Okay, I thought the weakness would hang around longer. It only hangs around for 1 turn. So it basically would negate my plus right there for 1 turn. All right. So, but that guy gives me a shield. I like that. All right. That's not good. Well, I guess it's good. I got 4 there, right? Oh, that's only a 1. Oh, 20 with a crit. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, put you up first. Get 2 draw tokens. So, that was 2. So I have 4 left, 3 dice. Let's go ahead and spend a draw token. Nothing in the bag. Nothing up my sleeve. Alright, what can we get? What can we get? What can we get? We got a defense die. 1. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4. We currently have 4. I guess we're just putting everything out there. I feel like that's a waste of a... It's fine. It's what it is. Alright. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Right? Sure. Alright. So we will boost... Alright, how much damage am I taking? 4. 1 undefendable, 5. I got my 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm back up to 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So So 2 is technically enough. I probably want to put as much as possible in this. So right now we're at 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So we're gonna have 2 shields. Alright. So we are attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 2 is 5. Did I poison him again? I don't think I did. I keep forgetting the poison. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's at 11 of 13. Whoosh, whoosh. So close. All right. Well, he's going to hit 12 in a second. Is that everything? And everything. All right. So he's going to get poisoned. He's at 12. So he has 1 left. He's going to hit for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 undefendable. He hits me for 1. He hits me for 1. Both of them stun me, so I have 2. I don't know what to use for stuns. If I draw 2 less dice this turn. Okay. Yeah. Exhaust. Well, these are all 1s. These are all going to exhaust no matter. But those 4 stay out there. I should be able to get them next turn because those 4 stay out there. All right. So I only get to draw 3 dice, but I do have my draw token. So let's see what we got. 3 dice. Definitely going to use the draw token. See if we can get, what do we got? A defense. All right. Back to 6. Oh, I do have 2. I could get another shield. Another action. I guess we'll see what I 2, 3. This is a 9. Without a crit. 1 block. 3 boost. All right, we got it. Because as soon as we defeat him, that's it. So that's fine. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's definitely dead. So he's definitely dead. It was a long, grueling battle, but that was something. I got it, but that was like, if I hadn't gotten that bento box, if I had not gotten that bento box, that would not have been possible at all without that bento box. I needed a healing dice, and I did not get a healing dice. And again, that's where, like, I guess a 2-player can kind of come in handy, because you can do that. Let's go ahead and do our final thoughts. That took 2 hours. So yeah, there was no way I was going to get through all 3 acts. I looked at a lot of the other playthroughs that they were kind of long as well, and those were edited playthroughs. So you can see with doing the thinking and the mathing out and figure out where you're going to put things. Each act takes a little while. Now, and I guess since we're getting into the components, one thing is this does have a save system. The prototype is built backwards, but you're going to be able to fold the board over and keep all your upgrades inside of your like tray. And then, of course, you have your bag, which will have a picture of your character. So all of it stays together. So I don't think it's meant to be played all 3 acts like in one go. Otherwise, for components, the component quality, at least for a prototype, is pretty good. Again, it is a prototype. So hopefully some of the things they do clean up a little bit. Like I said, I think they're going to clean up the dice. I know there are some dice that are just really hard. Like this is white on white. So I know this is one that they said they were going to do. But like even the colors, and I mean, I don't have a color blindness, but the colors of the dice are very similar. So the hope would be that they put some kind of pearlescence or texture or some kind of like swirl or something on the different ones so you can tell the difference, or use a different font, or maybe on the one side, right, on the ones, make the ones a sword, make the one the symbol that's on the thing. I don't even know if that would really help, because all your reds are basically your attack dice, so they'd all have the same sword. I don't know how you can make the dice more clear what they are, because And again, this is a prototype, so when they are printed, there might be different things. But even some of the ones within the same group are slightly different colored from each other. So I'm like, are these actually the same? Are they different? I'm not really sure. The other option they could have would be to put the faces of the die on the little cards. Put the numbers of like the faces, because like for example, the block had less than the other. Otherwise, I mean, the dice are nice dice. They've got the rounded corners. They roll really well. They feel good in the hands. The iconography is easy to understand once you understand it. The font, however, is way too small. So definitely want them to make this font bigger. Two, this is just a player aid for the symbols, and it's not. And this is a struggle. This player aid doesn't give you enough information for what's in the book. I had to go back to the book a couple times to get more information. For me, these kinds of player aids should be designed towards a first time play, not to remember how to play 3 or 4 months from now, right? I like player aids as a first time player aid, not a later player aid. So by having abbreviated information here does make it a little bit harder. Maybe make 2 player aids. But even still, like I said, some of the icons aren't on here. Like the conditions aren't on here. The condition icons aren't on here. The turn order isn't on here. I don't even think it was in the back of the book. Like normally you'll put it on the back of the book. So hopefully maybe on the back of the book, make this a bigger player aid with the turn order. Because like, I don't know if I was doing the setup and the preparation quite out of order. It still worked out. I mean, it's solo. It doesn't matter for me. But otherwise, the rest of the components are good. I don't know about the Kickstarter. I haven't gone out and looked. But of course, you know, nice deluxeified bits like acrylic tokens, your cubes, all that stuff would be nice. Mentioning cubes, it would be nice if they could shrink the icons for like the health, the shield, and everything just a little bit, so they can make these actually dual layered. Because while it is nice to slide, and I don't think I ran into any troubles hitting the cube off of its position, having a dual layered for that tracking would just be a little bit nicer, would be a little bit easier to do. But yeah, that's the components. Again, prototype. So everything is subject to change. Same thing as there was some verbiage issues with some of the characters. I know that the art one here is placeholder, which is good. I know the little 8-bit art kind of matches because it is a video game, but because they've got such nice art for a lot of the other stuff, right? The nice cartoony art. I'd like the nice cartoony art with everything. I like chonky meeps, but these are a little bit overkill. But they are nice. They're nice big chonky meeps. Something slightly smaller would be fine. Mechanics. So the main mechanics, of course, is the roguelite, building up your character, going through, getting more powerful, or completely losing and having to reset and start over. The way it's done, of course, is through the dice crafting system and upgrading your dice and getting more powerful. That's all fun. I like that. My nose is bothering me. Of course, it's going to bother me in the middle of first impressions. But yeah, I like all that. I like the upgrading dice. I like the way that you get the items. And then the next thing is the puzzle, right? The dice are the puzzle of how do you put them on that board to maximize what you can do, right? To maximize, like, okay, how many extra bonuses am I going to get on my attack or my defense? And you can see when I was playing the boss, that came in a lot, right? I had to kind of keep theorizing. So how much health am I going to lose? How much of this am I going to use? How much can I do that? Now, in a solo game, that's not that big of a deal because it's just me and I can take as long as it takes me to solve that puzzle. In a multiplayer game, everything is simultaneous. So I could see that, like, okay, if it's taking somebody longer to figure out their puzzle, the other player is just kind of sitting there waiting. The same thing is if you finish first, then you're just sitting there waiting for the other person to beat up their people. You can contribute, of course, by doing the boost die to send over to them. So that could help them defeat theirs a little bit quicker because you give them 2 more attack, 3 more attack, whatever the case may be. But I could see that being a issue, is min-maxing the puzzle. But again, I like that. I think that's neat. The only thing, of course, that isn't as, not to say nice, as good, is the, of course, standard random factor. But I guess that's the same as your roguelike games too, right? You're not always going to get what you want when you do a playthrough, right? Everything that you get of your selection is random, and you're either going to get it and it's going to help you or it's not. So for me, remember, it was the healing. I didn't have any healing dice. I didn't select a healing dice. I should have selected a healing dice. I know that now. Now, whenever healing dice is coming up, that's going to be the first dice I take. But also randomness, I was only able to complete it because of randomness. I was able to get the bento box, and that basically saved me every single turn because I was able to get 2 more hit points each turn from the bento box. Although I might have been cheating. Was I giving myself 4 hit points each turn? Somebody's gonna have to let me know down in the comments. Now I think I was cheating. I think I was giving myself 4 hit points because I was thinking 4 dice. My brain went 4. I almost guarantee you I cheated the balls. Now I'm gonna watch it and probably do rules correction. But yeah, so that is something to take in consideration. Is you have the randomness of the cards you can pull, the randomness of the items you can get, randomness of the bad guys you draw, and well, the biggest randomizer of all time, your dice that you roll and well pull out of the bag. So if randomness is not your friend, this probably is not the game for you. I didn't mind it. I didn't feel like some games, the randomness, I feel beat up on. I've mentioned that with Campfire Chronicles. Campfire Chronicles is this close to going up for Culling for Charity. It really is. I want to get it back to the channel, but the problem is I'm like so far in, I feel like it'd be bad to you guys to start on like Quest 16 or Quest 16 or Quest 6, I think is my 2 options. I digress. But some randomness is not fun. This randomness, at least it feels like you have some mitigation if you build a way to mitigate, right? So my draw die help me mitigate. If I would have gotten some rerolls, that would help me mitigate. Some of the equipment you get could help you mitigate. And you're also drawing, on average, more dice than you're going to be able to use in a given turn. It's just whether or not all the dice are bad or all the dice are good. Because like I said, there were a couple times where I've just felt like the dice I got were just bad. I couldn't use them. Difficulty. No, not really difficult. I don't find this one that difficult to get through. It's figuring out the iconography, figuring out the placement rules, figuring out the boost rules, figuring out like what you can and can't actually do. The rule book is pretty lengthy, gives you good examples and information about it. Now, there were a couple spots that I had questions on because I'm like, it didn't say I could or couldn't do it. So am I allowed to or not allowed to? So hopefully that gets clarified a little bit. A good example, right, was the additive of the dice. Like, am I allowed to add the dice together and then apply all the damage? Or do I have to apply each dice one at a time? Meaning that the shields take effect every single time, which really make this a lot harder. Things like that. Fun at 2. I did not play it at 2. I already mentioned the things that I think could be a detriment at higher player counts, right? The waiting and the possibility of the other thing. But there is that interaction. So there's 2 forms of interaction, at least main ones that I saw. One is, of course, being able to boost your partner so you can put dice in an area so that way they can get the effect instead of you getting the effect. The second thing is actually when you come to buying any of the loot, everybody can pool their money together to help each other get the items they need to upgrade, right? Because remember, you both want to get to the boss, and then you both get to attack the boss in the same at the same time. So now that's the other question is, I don't know how balanced the bosses are at different player counts. I would assume this is designed for 1 and 2 player, and they balanced it in some manner in 1 and 2 player. For him, it balances by each person would actually have 2 of the Chrysanta pillars. Because it says on your board, he sits in the middle, and then we each have our own Chrysanta pillar that we need to attack. Solo, I think it was a fun little puzzle. Like I said, I think maybe solo might be better because, again, that thinkiness of having to figure out the puzzle to min-max what you can do on your turn may be off-putting to some people, even in a multiplayer, like a 2-player scenario. Yeah. So last is the theme. I know nothing about the video game. So for me, this is just like generic fantasy going through as a dungeon. I've played a couple little roguelike type games, so I understand the concept. I think that works well. I think it feels like you are playing one of those games. You're getting your random loot upgrade. You're going and fighting some monsters. You get some more random loot upgrade. You're always on the cusp of dying. You need to find the next fire so you can heal. And that's the same thing happened to me. I didn't go the path where any of the fires were. So there was no resting happening. But yeah, I think that does come through. Whether or not it feels like you're playing the actual video game, I can't tell you because I've not played it. I know Totally Tabled played the digital version. I don't think he got the prototype in time, maybe, to do this. So if you want to see how the digital version works and compares, there you go. It is fantasy. I like random generic fantasy, so that theme's fine with me. That's good. So that is that. This is this. That was my first impressions, final thoughts, all that jazz. Oh, so there's insufficient days to continue recording. Well, good thing I was doing this live. So if you guys want this game or interested in it, there is a link down below. Can't tell you what any of the pledges and stuff are because I looked at it a couple weeks ago and haven't looked at it since, unfortunately. So yeah, click the link down below. Go out and I was going to say donate. That's Extra Life. I'll get to that in a second. It's on my shirt right here. But yeah, go make your pledge. Pledge $1. If you're not sure now and you can get into late pledge, there's a couple days left. I think less than a week, which is why they wanted me to do it around today. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, then of course hit that subscribe bell notification, notify so you know when other crowdfunding previews go through. Also, as I mentioned, I'm trying to get around the thing on my screen, but I'm like, wait a minute, you guys can see it because you can't see that. Actual Life Charities. Link down below. Link in the chat. David did that for me. Thanks again, David, for always throwing up our link. We are raising money through the end of the year. We will have a couple more giveaways and a couple more things going on. We are doing Culling for Charity. So if there are some prototypes you're interested in that publishers have given me permission to, or are just so old the publishers don't want anymore and haven't responded, those are up there as well as, of course, some games in our collection. There's a pile back there you can see that we're calling for charity. You can pick up some of them games for basically $10. Donate $10, pick up some games. Yeah, that's that. I got other streams this week. It's getting late. I'm going to close this out. So for all of you out there in board game land, in TV land, board game land, till next time, peace. Maybe. Hang on. I gotta make this thing go away first. Jeez. Way to mess up an outro, Will.